What's going on YouTube? Drew with the Real McCoy here. I'm gonna show you how to do a dirt sit. Come on over here. So, not necessary, but I like to have knee pads on. When you set in 30 or 40 traps, it makes it easier. Heck, when you set in one trap, it makes it easier. So get your knee pads on. What I like to do, I like to pick out my spot. We've got a trap sitting over here. We got one on up the road. This is a nice road bed with a big field. So I just like to put 3 or 4 in each spot. You can't catch them if the traps ain't there. These traps are hunting 24/7. I'm not always gonna be out here, so it works out. Got a game camera sitting over here. I've had a ton of usage on this road this morning, this evening. So you wanna pick a backing. Any type of backing. It can be a log, stick, excuse me, a little bit of tuck of grass. This is what we're gonna use today. So come over here. This is gonna be my backing. Basically, a backing is just to keep him from walking around the trap. So we'll go ahead, and I like to drill my hole. I like to do it at a 45-degree angle. And it looks like my battery might be down a little bit. That works right. So, come in. And when you're thinking about this, you got to think of how a coyote, bobcat, fox, either or, are going to walk up to this trap. He's not going to walk up like this. You don't want your trap sitting in the middle. He's going to walk up like this with his nose in the hole. So you don't want to set it dead perfect. You want to offset it, I like to the left, it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to start. I like to come about 5.5, 6 inches back off my hole and about 3 inches to the left. So you're just going to start by digging your trap bed, as I call it. And you're going to get better and faster with this over time, so don't be discouraged. So I like my little levers are going to stick out a little bit, cleaning up that little bit. So there's a big controversy over scent control, whether or not it's a myth. I wear it just to keep my hands a little bit clean, especially when doing my bait, but I just like to wear gloves either way. So if I can get this little bit of, there we go. I used to have to open these up with my feet. Once you learn how to do it, it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty simple. It takes a little bit of forearm muscle, nothing crazy. Now with these, Bridger number 3, fully modified, offset jaw, dogless. I prefer to use the dogless. Night latched, you can hear it here. Well, that one didn't sound either. Well, I'll show y'all in another one. I think there's a little bit too much wax built up on them jaws. I hadn't used these in a while, so I'm gonna come down. That's perfect. I'm gonna dig a little bit out here. Just come down, and that should do it for me right there. That's a perfect little trap bed. Gonna come down. That's gonna sit perfect. I'm gonna dig a little bitty hole for the access chain to lie in. That's gonna sit perfect. So, take my Fox Hollow Super Stake. And you will need your truck to pull that up, trust me. So, you come in here, chain. It's gonna sit perfect. A little bit further back, about an inch, but that ain't no problem. It should still catch them, no problem. Come in here with my little wire pan cover. That's to keep dirt from getting under the pan so you won't decompress. So then, it's pretty simple. You just bury the trap. You wanted a good sifter, get that leaf out of there. That way no big chunks of dirt get in there. You always want to remember where your pan is. You don't ever want to lose that. That way you accidentally don't close your finger up in it, or hand, or whatever the case may be. Always find that pan. And then what I like to do is grab your jaws and just pick up a slight bit and put back in the ground. You don't want this trap to move underneath the coyote's foot. So I'm gonna sift a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you how you keep that from happening. So you find your pan, and then you pack this trap in tight. You do not want this trap to move under that coyote's foot. If it does, and I promise you, I've had it happen many a times, it will look like a paleontologist. And there you go, folks. That is what you don't do. I got a little bit too close to my trap. Ate a little bit of dirt there, that ain't no problem. And it's no problem, you didn't mess up anything. You just uncover your hole. Eating some sand, y'all. Just uncover your hole, set your trap back, and redo it. It's no biggie. No biggie whatsoever. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it ain't no biggie. Put your pan cover back on top and just redo it. Makes for good practice. If I'm not mistaken, that trigger might have been a tad bit light, but it shouldn't be an issue. Always find that pan, y'all. Pick your jaws up, put it back, set it, and then pack that trap down tight. Now, as I was saying, it will look like a scientist discovered a dinosaur bone with a toothbrush. This trap will be completely uncovered. It is pretty crazy, actually, how perfect it'll look. So, find your pan, come in here with some more dirt. Find your pan once again, and then you are done, y'all. Make sure it's packed down good. Make this all look natural again. I like to make it look like something dug something out of there. Make it look natural. No raised edges. And that coyote's gonna come, he's gonna put his paw right there. So I'll take a couple of leaves maybe, just crunch up a little bit of matter there. You don't want him stepping on this side, so you want to put some just tuck of leaves. That'll make him walk on across. It works every time. So that is it, folks. Now what we do is we bait our hole. So I'm just gonna put all these tools up here. I'm gonna come in. Sheep's wool, that's what I like to use. It smells like sheep, so it works as an attractant also, but this is just to hold my bait. So put that down in the hole. Cavin's Predator Plus bait is what I like, Predator Bait Plus. Get your trusty old stick. This will make a maggot vomit, y'all, so be careful with who you might have with you. So just a little bit down in the hole, nothing crazy. This stuff lasts a good while in the wintertime. It only lasts about 3 or 4 days during the summer. It's just not made for a summertime bait, so I'll go over baits later on. Since that's in the hole, I like a good Red Fox urine. This is a Linen brand. They're just a good family-owned company. Just a little squirt on the back of the hole. And then I use a Hallbaker Red Fox Gland Lure 100. You don't want too much, just a tad bit. That's perfect. You got to think it's just a gland lure, so they're not releasing just a whole lot. Alrighty, y'all, that right there, make it look all natural through here. That is an ideal set for catching coyote, bobcat, fox. I've caught coon in these traps before, but that is what you're looking for, everybody. So we should see y'all in the morning, hopefully. Like I said, I got a camera watching these 2 trap beds. There should be 3, at least 1 out here in the morning, but hopefully we're looking for 3. I've had them chasing my deer here recently. I caught probably 16 last year, so I didn't see them any during the summertime, but it does look like they're coming back. The winter of 2020, I actually was attacked by coyotes, So I will give y'all a story on that later on down the road, but we should see y'all in the morning. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all be safe. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks, y'all.